afternoon, young folk, youth group. I'm just come today to warn you that all people who say they're men of God and true Christians, well, it ain't so. There's only a few of us that are true Christians, like me and you. Well, I got a little story to tell you about what happened. It's an example. Now, the other day I went out to the lake, and there's a feller out there fishing. He had two fishing poles, two of them. And he had a nice chair, and as soon as I seen him, I knowed he was the angel of death, and I should have worn my mosquito repellent. But I walked up to the feller, and he commenced to telling me about how he died and how Jesus saved his soul, brought him back to life. Well, I asked him, how'd you know it's Jesus? And he said, well, Jesus took the two hands and stuck them right there and pulled them back. And I said, was your eyes closed? How'd you know it's Jesus' hands? He said he had one of his eyes open. Oh, okay. And then this here, I suspect what it was. But anyway, then this here feller, he started telling me other stories about how he's dead. I asked him, how could you have been dead? Didn't you still, if he's dead, your brain would have rotted, and, you got to have a little blood flow so to your brain get that oxygen in there to keep you going. He said, no, I was dead. Doctor said I was dead. Ooh, and he said, and the doctor said I could live for 15 more years, he told me, the old man said. I said, oh, yeah, okay. He didn't say that at first. What he said at first was, Jesus told him that, not the doctor. He'd come to the doctor. He let that slip later on. But anyway, he lifted up his shirt and had this here scar here, looked like a Y. It was a fresh one, too. I could tell it was a nice fresh scar. And, what was saying there about that old boy? Oh, yeah, he said he wrote three books, three of them. Now, writing books takes a lot of work and brain power and stuff, and, I said, well, how many pages was in them books? He said the first book had 359 pages. I suspect one of them pages was blank. You go around the churches getting $2 love offerings and with your testimony and selling books. And he didn't answer me on that. And yeah, I know that boy when I seen him. The angel of death is what he was. Yeah, he was part of the Hindu Mafia infiltrating the Baptist church. I could tell he was Hindu Mafia by the way he talked and the color of his skin. Well, that boy, he tried to tell me he come from the Caribbean islands, but I told him, I caught him up. I said, well, sir, why did Lord Jesus give Indians little tallywhackers? And he said, what's a tallywhacker? And I grabbed down here, and he said, oh, yeah, me, well, back in the village when I was, I got him right there. He's talking about his home country. He's a Hindu Mafia. He's one of them Punjabi boys. From the Punjab. He's a guy. I spotted him out. Angel of Death. Anyway, I shook his hands a bunch of times and thanked him for his story. But listen here, children. They're out there. They're out there. The Hindu Mafia infiltrating the churches. Yeah, I caught 'em up. Caught me one. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot more in that story, but I can't tell you because it gets really very, very not proper for young people like y'all, true Christians. And, well, just as a warning, forces of darkness out there, forces of darkness working. Trust in Jesus. Yeah, when I got back from my walk around the lake in the park, with only one set of footprints, I only had one set. I come back to that feller there and I says to him, I says, listen here, old feller, you're 72, 70, no, you're way up there in your 70s. Jesus was talking to me and he told me the truth. He told me to tell you that if it's awful hot out here, I mean, it was getting up to 98, 99 degrees out there, and I said, now, if your blood vessels and stuff ain't working real well, you might get overheated and have some kind of medical problems. And he said, Jesus told me the same thing. Well, let me tell you, watch out, the Hindu Mafia's out there. Yes, sir, principalities of darkness. Watch it.